So this is Desbot from the Nerd Element. I'm sitting with Jim Starlin. Do you mind if I take this off?
Is that?
Do you mind if I take off the mask?
No, you take off your mask. It's okay. Off mine.
Okay. I'm sitting here with Jim Starlin from Marvel and DC Comics. He's a legend.
Okay.
How are you doing today?
Doing fine. Just had a panel, loaded up with coffee, and ready to do interviews.
All right. My first question is, how do you feel about being one of the few creators, writers, who did the death of a character that actually stuck and wasn't retconned for almost never?
I'm the only artist who had killed one who's stuck. Everybody else has been brought back. Even Jason Todd, Captain Marvel, Marvel. Jim Shooter set out an edict that he wasn't going to be brought back, and it's lasted longer than Jim did up at Marvel, so feels pretty good. Everybody else I have brought to unfortunate ends have been revised, and just about every character, which is just about every character, has died in the last decade or so and come back.
If you could have called in to save Jason or to kill Jason, what would you have done?
Oh, I figured he was dead.
You figured he was dead?
I was surprised that it was as close as it was. As I've said before, I know my comic book readership. You're a bunch of ghouls.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. You know, the fact that it was only 72 votes out of 10,000 that separated it.
Wow.
That was statistically even. I figured Bob Kane called in a lot, trying to save the kid. There was one guy on the panel I was just on said he was for Todd also, so that's 5.
And so you're here talking about Dreadstar, correct?
Yes.
Could you tell us all about it and what you're doing with him right now?
Doing graphic novels. Had one out here through Ominous Press, which is disappearing. So a new company I'm working with, as we're talking, they're working out contracts called Monkey Wrench, and we're going to start off with a collection of the Breed things, and then I have 3 Dreadstar graphic novels already in progress. The one that was done before Dreadstar versus the Inevitable is being inked and colored as right at the moment, and I'm 45 pages into Dreadstar versus Dreadstar, which is the 3rd one. So Dreadstar and the graphic novels are my main focus right at the moment.
And if you could put any other character with Dreadstar without having to, get permission from Marvel or DC, what character would you pair him with?
Oh, probably the Hulk. Or Thanos,
What would they do together?
Create havoc and probably try and kill each other. No.
Have you seen what they've done with, Thanos and the Hulk in the movies, or?
No, even though I was in the 2nd movie, I have never caught any of the films.
I did see you in there. We were like, oh my God. All the nerds in the audience.
I liked what they did. I really did. They didn't capture the letter of the character, but they certainly captured the spirit. Mm-hmm. And anyone who figures that their character is going to come in as a carbon copy in a multi-million-dollar movie is an idiot. And I don't think I'm an idiot, so I went with the flow, and I like what they did.
What do you think they're going to do with Adam Warlock?
Or
if you're allowed to talk.
I've been gathering. We're going to see a bit of Adam Warlock in the future.
And after Dreadstar, what else do you have in the pipeline?
Breathing. I'm 72 years old. I've got at least another 4 years finishing off this Dreadstar graphic novels. I'm hoping to get a Dreadstar TV series going, something on a streaming system where we have a good budget and can do unusual stuff. So I'm working on that right now, and occasional covers or commissions, just odd things here and there, but mostly Dreadstar.
If there's any character in history, can't see him here. Let me scroll down there. Yeah, there you go. If there was any character in history that you could write, not that you created, but just something that you like, that you haven't done before, who would it be?
There was a name or a story I wanted to do a long time ago, but that fell through, and that's one of my big regrets, is never getting to do that particular story. It was a post 9/11 story that I wanted to do.
That would have been awesome.
It was going to be, but they went with Namor and Love instead. Look that one up.
He's one of my favorite villain, anti-hero characters, because Fantastic Four is one of my favorite teams. So he's always in there. Is there anything else that you like our audience to know about what the great Jim Starlin has been doing or is going to do?
Got
Besides
a new
breathe?
project coming out from Dark Horse in the next 6 months, at the end of the year probably, called Outrage, and I won't tell you anything more about it than that. Or Outrage in Order, excuse me, Outrage in Order. We had to change the title. There's apparently another outrage out there.
Is there anything you can tell us that it's going to be great or?
It's going to be space, and it's going to be dark.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't do funny stories too often. I do, but this one's a dark one.
One last question. If there's any other creator, living or dead, that you could work with now, who would you work with?
Oh, gee, who haven't I worked with? There's this one Italian artist whose name escapes me, completely hit brain plot, Carlos something or other. He did a Silver Surfer story. It was just gorgeous. I love him. I don't know. There's a lot of folks that I didn't work with that I probably would have liked, and I'd hate to pull one out and leave all the rest of them behind.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I know we have a short time and you have a lot of people to talk to, and I really appreciate being able to meet you and talk to you today.
Okay.
Thank you
That's
so
a good one.
much.
Have a good one, folks.